good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We've got a one here now, it's about wildflowers as a precursor, and it's a great weekend, little shower of rain and that was it. Right, when gathering and using any plants, be guided by the same rules that you follow when buying food in a shop. Be sure of what you're getting. Make certain it is fresh and wholesome, and don't consume anything to excess. That's about everything to comply to that. Now, Britain has far more edible plants than poisonous ones, but correct identification is of course essential. Now, the illustrations given in this book should be sufficient to identify most of the species included, but if in any doubt, always consult a good field guide, one that is specific to flowers, mushrooms or trees. Pick leaves and flowers when they're young, but not so young that identification is difficult. Avoid any leaves that are discoloured, nibbled by insects, damp, decaying or shriveled. Don't pick close to heavily used roads or beside fields where chemical sprays may be used. Gather the pickings in an open basket and use as soon as possible. Never strip a plant of all its leaves or flowers, it may die if you do. Don't take so many leaves or flowers from any one plant that its appearance is damaged, because if you damage the appearance, chances are you killed the plant. Check there are no local bylaws which prohibit picking, as for instance on National Trust land. Above all, never dig up a wild plant by its roots, except on your own land, as this is against the law. Now that's the preface to the wildflowers. Let's pick one at random. Should we get bilberry? Garlic, mustard, fennel. My favourite food for one of them. Now let's have a look at the fennel. That's the fennel plant. Okay. Fennel. Right, fennel is called Phoniculum vulgare. And my eyes are a bit weak and the writing's a bit small, but I'll do my best. One of the Anglo-Saxon herbalists' most sacred herbs, fennel is still a favourite nearly 1,000 years later. Its feathery sprays with bright green leaves, which resemble asparagus fern, can grow up to 6 feet or 1.5 meters high. And the plant is sometimes grown as a herbaceous beds, purely for its decorative value, but also has a fresh and vivid fragrance of aniseed, for which is valued in the kitchen. The appearance and scent of fennel are quite unlike those of any British wild plant, and only once they become familiar is it easy to identify and pick the young leaves in the spring, long before the flowers arrive. It is not a truly indigenous plant, but was probably introduced by the Romans as a herb, equally useful in cooking and medicine. Fennel is a recognised cure for flatulence. Whoa! So if you know anybody that's regularly flatulent, feed him a bit of fennel. Make a tea out of the leaves, and the noise and gases will stop. they will cease to be. Now the chopped leaves of fennel mixed with mint, yoghurt, cucumber, gherkin and chopped hard-boiled eggs make the basis of a superb cold soup from Greece known as Babushka, and it's probably not how you spell it. Red mullet is grilled over the dried stems of fennel in a classic French dish. Grillade and fennel. Right. Not easy, this foreign language speaking, especially in the daylight, early lights. Fennel sauce. Fennel has an affinity with fish dishes, and one of the best recipes is for fennel and gooseberry sauce, originally used with mackerel, but good with any oily fish. Serve half a pound or 225 grams of cooked gooseberries. Add a tablespoon of honey, and when it's cool, stir in a teaspoon of horseradish, half a cup of whipped cream, a dash of black pepper, a little lemon juice, and a large tablespoon of chopped fresh fennel. And that is the plant and herb of the day. Fennel. Don't dig the roots, just use the leaves, and don't disfigure the plant too much because you'll kill it. Anyway, my friends, that is the end of today. Enjoy your Saturday. Way.